Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark Isaac Potter. We're visiting today with the quite wonderful, and if I may say handsome, Arvin Abaca. Arvin is an amazing human being, and I really actively invite you to get to know his company. I want to refer you to an article that was written by Bold Journey, boldjourney.com. What I did was I just Googled Arvin Abaca and I read the article and it warmed my heart. It was so powerful, so beautiful about his family growing up and about what he's doing for his kids and the way he's learning from his parents, teaching his own kids, passing it down. The way his business is just extremely dedicated to the community. it's it gives me hope in these days of cultural and political upheaval. It gives me hope that there's some good left in the world, and God bless him. He's amazing. I just the first time I the first time I interviewed him about a month or two ago, I'd been sick for months and months, like 6 months, so I was not as appreciative of the wonderful guest I had on my hands. So please welcome Arvin Abaca. He's very quite wonderful.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for that
You're
great intro. Appreciate it.
you're God bless you, man. You're doing some good stuff. We got to get to your heart. Not, I mean, I want to know the facts of the business too, but
Okay.
your heart is amazing, man. We could do 10 shows as far as I'm concerned.
No, I mean, I
Because
was
you,
even surprised you brought up that article. I didn't know that was already out there. I mean, I knew it was out there, but I only saw the draft, but I didn't know that article was
okay.
already out.
Oh, I
So I
didn't
was
even
surprised at
realize
it.
it was recent. I really saw at the bottom of the page, the image credits had a bunch of the Abaca family on it.
Yep.
So there was
Yep.
like Dawn and a bunch of other people. Those were your wife and your kids, or your
No, there
parents
were so the
still.
people there that the first few, I would say the first seven folks on that credit were my parents, my mom, dad, my brothers, and my daughter, my brother's wife as well. Then, because I think I gave credit to about 40, 35 people,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all of them have impacted me in different ways.
Okay, good. Well, just so your parents are safely over here in the States, or what?
So my parents are back in the Philippines.
Okay. Do I
So
need to
they were
worry
here.
about this? Go
Say that
ahead.
again.
Do I need to worry
They were
about
the
the
states.
situation over there? Because it sometimes goes back and forth. I mean, part of the time we have Marcos, and part of the time we have the lovely man who was assassinated. So what do we
Well,
do?
that's you know what? I've learned two things. There are two things you try to avoid talking about and give an opinion on: religion and politics, right? So,
Sorry,
right? No, no,
I've
no. I
just
mean, obviously I've
my
got
housemate and I have been watching the political situation unfold here in the states for
no, but
6 months, and I
it's
am
fine.
just terrified. So
It's doable. Yeah, they go back and forth. I mean, they were in the States for our company launching event back in June, and now my
yeah,
parents are back in the Philippines.
all right. Because and they're both retired. I hope by now.
Oh yeah, they're well retired. They've been retired for more than a decade now. So
His
they're just
mom. Can I
going
tell
back.
some of this story or not? Is it okay, or you want to just talk about the business?
It's up to you, man. It's your show. Let's go.
Well, you're the guest, so
I'm fine with I'm fine with talking
I
about
gotta
my
treat you like the
parents.
guest. His mother, when he was a kid, his mother went around door to door selling encyclopedias, 12 to 14 books in a set,
Yep.
not counting the children's encyclopedias. And he learned a lot, but can you imagine this young lady, Filipino lady, lugging around all these books, My God! And when I was a kid, we bought two sets of encyclopedias,
Yep, yep.
and we bought all the update books. And I don't know. I really, if I was 100 years younger, I'd drive down there and have coffee with you in Northridge or wherever you're at.
No, I mean, because that experience that's been like me and my brother's experience that where my mom was, selling encyclopedias, and it really didn't mean anything to me at that time, right? When we were kids, we just wanted to tag along with my mom. I just wanted to
Yeah,
tag along with
yeah,
my mom,
yeah.
and sometimes she would bring me or my brother because there were no one to watch us at home. So
Right,
she would take about an hour and a half, or even 2 hours doing her entire presentation. And up to this day, even in I'm in my late 40s now.
yeah,
I still vividly remember how she would present the encyclopedia. I mean, she had this trick wherein she'd get the book, hold it to one
right,
page, and jiggle it this way to
yeah.
prove that the page is sewn onto the book. It's not pasted on the book, so that it's not.
Oh, okay, okay. Good
So
quality. Yeah,
I mean, I think looking back, that's where because obviously I'm in sales, I'm in marketing, but I'm an accountant by trade, so that background kind of just
thing.
came
I
about.
forgot to set the timer, so I'm doing that. You'll
That's all
pardon
good.
me.
Just that balance came about. I mean, I didn't realize I had sales. I had a sales bone to me till right because
Ah,
I've been
thanks,
an accountant
mom.
for
Thanks, mom. You taught me my trade.
yeah
And
I've been an accountant for 20 plus years.
you've
I
been what
loved
for
it.
20 years?
Yeah, 20. I think 24 now. Uh,
What? What did you say? You said what?
I'm an accountant. I've been an accountant for
Accountant.
20
Okay.
plus years. Go 24,
Okay.
actually 24 years to be exact.
Oh dear God. If you knew.
But did I love accounting? I would say it's okay. I didn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
I just enjoyed it. But my God, when we moved to marketing, and I made a shift in marketing and sales
Yeah.
probably like 14 years ago, it kind of
Wow.
was a natural fit for me.
I'm doing this interview is going off the rails in a fun way, but we'll do 100 more before
Yeah,
before
for
November.
sure.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm doing right now in my little tiny business. I'm doing my first spreadsheet ever of the numbers, and this is like my fifth or sixth. Well, no more than that business ever. I never ran a spreadsheet. I never balanced a checkbook in
Hmm.
my whole friggin' life. And I got audited back in the 80s, so now I'm terrified and I'm trying to do these numbers and I have a learning disability, so I'm color coding everything. It looks stupid as hell to everybody but me. It looks like a clown who's on acid did it. I mean, so anyway, let's at least talk about your business a little bit. Just what they do. Well, tell us what they do, folks, is they provide staffing, but it's staffing on steroids. I mean, they're like going to a custom tailor for staffing. These guys just go ahead and tell us. Don't let me talk the whole damn show.
That's all good. So yeah, we're in the remote staffing industry. What we do is we elevate business owners. We focus on small and medium enterprises by providing remote staff, right? And
Yeah,
our
yeah.
core, I mean, basically anything that your business needs. But what we are really strong on is we're strong on the accounting side, bookkeeping and accounting, naturally, because
Right,
that has been my background for 24 years.
right.
And we're also strong on the executive assistant, or like your executive assistant, or
Okay,
like your executive secretary. We're
right.
big on that. We've got other
Okay,
divisions within that purview. I mean, you've got
okay.
social media, we've got web solutions, we've also have medical and medical coding. But what we're
Right.
really I think the bulk of the business is derived from accounting and executive assistants. And
Okay.
And that's, I think, to your question, that's where I'm gonna focus our conversation on
Okay.
today, and we can talk about the
Okay.
others in our next call.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you said two things: executive assistants and accounting. Which one do you want to go with first?
I'll go with I mean, I'd go with something that I'll go with executive assistants because that's something
Okay.
that uh I would say I just learned in the last couple of years.
Okay. Now,
So
how you have someone in that head of that division? Are you
yes,
using labor from the Philippines or remotely,
or
or
our
how do you do
staff,
it?
most of our staff in the executive assistants role are all in the Philippines. Right now, I am personally overseeing that division.
Okay. And I don't remember last time if you said you didn't feel comfortable doing telling us the prices because you can you tell us prices or you'd rather not
Well,
because
it
it's all
depends. Well, I would say our
custom
starting
pricing
point
or
Our starting point, it really depends on the client's budget, but normally we're starting off at $14 per hour. We're a little
okay.
bit on the high side. We're a little bit on I would say we're a little bit
Yeah,
expensive compared to most firms
right.
out there. But
Yeah.
because but the difference is we're not servicing uh I would say we're servicing CEOs, and the skill set that these people provide are different from what your normal EAs are
Okay.
doing. So I do acknowledge that we're a little bit on the high side, but the difference is you get to talk to me obviously because I'm involved in that process with you, your executive
Right.
assistant, and your business.
And it's a higher skill set than some other
Yes,
companies.
because I require most of them to have at least. I mean, it's not required, but I always ask if they have an accounting background or or a finance background. If they do, then they obviously they move up the ladder quicker and
Yeah.
in the hiring process as well.
Okay. Now in some firms like yours, there are people who do, the basic virtual assistant stuff, and then there's people who actually will make sales calls. Do you have a administrative team like that can make sales calls on behalf of your clients or not?
That's yes, that's practically what most of them do. They're not only an EA, but they're also calling up and following up the leads for their clients. Like if you're a real estate broker, they're following up the that call or that lead and booking appointments for the real estate agent or for an insurance broker or for whatever business you have. Like they're following that up and booking appointments and putting it on your calendar
Now, who
so you
this
can
is
receive their
good because
call.
I work with a lot of real estate agents. So, who's is the real estate agent providing the lead list, or are you generating the lead list?
So I would say we dabbled in the lead generation, but that's something I learned uh, really hard. The lead right now, the leads are coming from the real estate broker, right? But what
Okay.
we do is once we make that call for that real estate broker or agent, from there we're also extracting referrals from that lead.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you may provide me with a lead, but after I'm done with that call, I'm coming out with three other names or three other contact information. So that's how we're, I would say, quasi generating leads for the broker.
Okay. Now, what about? Let's see. What I wanted to ask you something about the analytics. Do you have some numbers on how many you book, or you're not closing sales? You're just booking appointments, right?
Yes, we're booking appointments, and that shows up on the calendar. Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have some stats on how many you book out of every 100 calls or 1,000
So
calls?
I would say normally our normal you make 10 calls, you're closing at 30% ratio. So you're booking three appointments. Every 10 calls, you're at least booking three appointments for that broker. Out of those three, one shows up. So it's a 30% booking ratio,
Okay, no, that's good. That's better
right?
than I do when I make a lot of. Well, I used to make a lot of cold calls before I I can make about 100 phone calls a day, cold calls a day
Well,
on a
I think
good
the
day, and
difference.
I might get one or two leads out of the whole thing.
Well, I think we don't rush on the calls. I mean, I teach my people that not to rush the call, right?
Right,
Not to preempt the answer. Like I wouldn't. I want if when I make a call to you, I won't assume that you're busy. I'll ask you if you're busy, but I'm not gonna give. I'm not gonna give a way out wherein, oh, you can hang up on me, right? But we
right,
don't rush.
right,
We don't rush the call. Unlike other firms, they're rushing the call because I think there are a time limit. They just want to go
right,
through
right,
numbers.
right, right.
So I said, let's do it differently because you have to treat each call like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah. So $14 an hour, right?
Roughly, yes. That's where we're starting at.
Is that the customer what the client pays?
Yes.
And there's a minimum booking amount? What is
Uh,
that?
we're doing like minimum of 10 hours a week.
Really? Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna take notes, man. I if I ever successfully get through my bank robbing class, I might be able to afford this. I've got a D in the last test, so I
That's
don't know.
good. Hey, at least a passing mark. So don't worry about it. I'm not gonna ask you to get an A or a D as long as you pass.
I am so bad at sales. I may try to find $140 to have you get me some leads or bookings or whatever the hell. So, you want to say more about that? You want to say something about the other end of
The
it, or what
accounting
would
on the
you
account
rather
on the
do?
accounting, yeah, on the accounting side, our clients is a broad range, right? We're servicing real estate developers, we're
Right?
servicing wealth managers, we're servicing financial professionals, we're servicing e-commerce clients. Anything and everything that has money coming in and out. Uh,
That's quite a few
we're
things.
servicing those accounts. I mean,
Very good.
pretty much everything, right?
Okay.
As long as you know you need your debits and your credits, we're doing that. So we're doing bookkeeping, we're also doing accounting, and we're also doing financial analysis.
Oh, you're telling me there are debits and credits.
Yeah, every transaction has a debit and every transaction has a debit and credit. Mark, come on.
All right, let's repeat. What I like to do nowadays is repeat your contact information several times during the interview. Yes, I should have done it sooner. Blah 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 blah. It'll also be in the description on the YouTube channel. Your
No
name
worries.
and your what contact information you want the customer to have. So give us a phone number, email, whatever you want to give the customer, the potential customer.
So we'll go with the email because I respond faster on the email. So
Okay.
the email for my company is
Okay.
office at mvpteamprovider.com. Again, it's office at mvpteamprovider.com.
Okay. Office at MVP
Teamprovider.com.
teamprovider.com. Okay. All right. And they can just shoot you a email. That's good.
We
And
can,
tell us about your gala that you had back in July. I don't travel anymore, but I would have loved to have been there. It sounded fun. The food
yeah,
looked
it
good,
was.
etc. Not that I'm a
Well,
big eater. I was 300 pounds. No, I'm kidding.
it,
Tell us about your gala. That was great. You gonna do another one this year?
yes. So
You,
we did a gala it's actually in June. We did it last
was it
June
in June?
6th.
Okay.
We did it last June 6th in
All
Pasadena,
right.
California. Is where we had it.
It's
Actually,
near. It's near you. You're in Northridge. You said.
I'm in Northridge, but we did it at the Hilton Pasadena in June. We rented out the ballroom over there, and that's where we
Okay.
did the gala.
Okay. All right.
So, but to
Well,
answer your question, yes, we're doing it again in 2025, around the same time, June or July of
all right.
2025, and we're preparing for that as well. Uh, the event really, the purpose of that event was to officially launch our business, right? to officially launch MVP Team Provider and our financial services business, to our network of friends and family and our guests. But what we did is that instead of only launching our business, we also have a community of entrepreneurs. So we
But
share the
you
same.
have like 20 or 25 clients. You're not a new company.
Yeah, but we didn't really, for us, we never really had a big event to launch a company.
Right,
So we
right.
just,
Okay, okay.
so what we said, let's create an event wherein we're going to launch our business, but at the same time, let's not make it all about us. We wanted to bring, let's say, if you were in Pasadena, bring Mark Isaac Potter there. Share the stage with
See,
Mark.
this is what I mean about how beautiful his way of thinking is. You got to hang out with this guy. I suggest you go knock on his door at his house. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's very wonderful. He's a leader. He's a serious leader. Once he gets his company up and running, I'm going to have him run for Congress because
Maybe not, but we'll see. But maybe let's try with the politics. Like you said, Mark, politics and religion. Let's stay away from that.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, you got to give up on me. I was born brain dead, but no, I was
It's all
born at
good.
an early age. Yeah. So you had some speakers from businesses in your community. You had
Oh yeah.
friends. Did you give
So
out
the
some
event.
awards too, or what?
So the event really, Mark, is when we created that event. The people that we invited to that event had to have one thing. They had to have a business.
Okay.
So basically, it was an event that we created to launch our business, but we only invited entrepreneurs and people that are doing something outside of their 9 to 5 job. That
Right.
was
Okay.
that was one of the key
Criteria.
criteria
Okay.
on who we invited to that event.
Right.
From there, we launched our business, but we also allowed 20 to 25 other people to talk about their business. We share the
Oh my
stage with
God.
them. Because
That's cute.
one thing I really don't like and I shy away from is, as much as people say I'm always in front of the camera or I'm always on social media, I don't like the spotlight on me and my company all the time. I'd like to
Right.
share the
Right. Right.
stage with
Okay.
other entrepreneurs that are aligned. When I say aligned, we're aligned in our values, we're aligned in what we believe in, and we're always aligned in the what we call the give back. We're always giving
Right.
back,
Right.
whether it's to a charitable cause or to another business owner.
That's gorgeous. That's absolutely stunning. I'm totally nonplussed. Repeat your email again for us, please.
Email is office@mvpteamprovider.com. It's
All right.
office@mvpteamprovider.com.
Good. We want to get that in there. Well,
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty much ready to wrap. Is that okay with you? We can wrap this up and do another one in a what, 4 weeks or
Yeah,
whatever
let's
works
do it
for
after
you.
Thanksgiving.
Would you think about what you want to tell us each time?
Yeah.
You know, what specific part of the debt company, or if you guys, I'm sure you guys are helping with charities. Tell us what nonprofits you like working with, or
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you
I think
want.
in our next call, definitely like to highlight the people behind, because it's not all about me. I've got a partner too.
And you know, if you want to highlight, because I want to do as many shows with you as I possibly can. If you want to highlight one of your businesses, one of your clients, that's fine with me too. You
Sure,
know, that
sure.
would be nice. It was a nice gift to your client. So anyway, folks, I'm Mark Isaac Potter. I forgot to say the name of the show at the beginning, but it's Mark Isaac Potter Presents. We're visiting today with the other lovely Arvin Abaca. I love this guy. What can I say? He's a great leader. Thank you so much for being on the show, young man.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
All right. God bless you, folks. Talk to you later. I'm gonna
Bye.
turn my head here to get this recording to stop.